Hello and welcome to Beach View, our podcast about different things and/or stuff.
Hello, welcome. So today we are doing another mixtape, my favorites. And this time we kind of switched it up a little. We've done some decades in the past where we pick songs from different decades. And today we're focusing on one decade, the 90s.
Yes. Good decade for music, I think.
I think like every decade is a good decade for music, but the 90s are so fun. I love, to me, it's like old school. I guess to everybody now, it's like old school, but I love like that old school vibe. There's some bangers from the 90s that you guys need to listen to for sure. But I just really enjoy, as an elder millennial, I really like some of my formative musical years were the 90s, so I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I guess that like every decade is like this, but when I think about the 90s, like there's such a huge range. Like you have your like, the older like pop, rock, even like I don't want to say beginning of rap because it wasn't the beginning of rap, but like I guess to me, like when I first listened to rap, it was like in the 90s. And
well, the 90s is when it started really hitting the mainstream, right?
Yeah. So you hear that like old school, like hip hop rap, like, and just to see like where it went from like the early 90s to the late 90s, all of the like grunge era that came about, like I just love the range of music that we got in the 90s.
Yeah, it's definitely got a wide range. And yeah, good decade for music. And we did 6 each this time instead of 5 each because I had trouble picking. And I could have done so much more.
Yeah.
I had to make quite a bit of cuts.
Well, there were so many songs I was thinking of, like, that I still, will sing today that were kind of like pop hits and stuff. But I was like, well, I don't want all pop, like, so I really tried to like get in there and do like a variety, but it's still, I felt like mine wasn't as diverse as I could have been, but because I was like, oh no, I love this song. Oh no, I love this song. Like I couldn't pick. So anyway, I did a little bit of a mix.
Well, you picked all popular songs, regardless of if they were, like, in the pop genre. And I went with mostly stuff that was popular in indie music forums, like, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So, kind of a different vibe.
It was a different vibe, yeah, for sure.
I'm flexing my hipster cred from 7 years ago. I don't know if people still listen to this stuff or not.
Well, I am flexing my elder millennial cred. No, so some of these songs, though, probably only a couple, were not like popular at first, and then they grew to be popular like, a few years later. So I liked that part of it.
That's definitely the story for some of my songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Alright, let's get into it.
Alright, let's start with yours first.
Alright. The Dead Flag Blues by Godspeed You, Black Emperor, from the 1998 album F-sharp, A-sharp, Infinity, unless you somehow listen to the 1997 vinyl version of the same album, which is different for some reason. But the track I picked is from the 98 version.
Okay.
What'd you think of this?
So this this song, I did not like it.
Okay.
I think you knew I wouldn't like it. To me, it's just gonna be a no. Like,
all right.
It's super grim. That's the only word I had like to describe it. It's grim. Grim.
The ending's not that grim.
It's a very long song.
Yes, it's like 16 and a half minutes.
16 and a half minutes. I had trouble getting through it. There's hardly any music to it.
What are you talking about?
It was more like an audiobook to me. Like, it was like an audiobook with sound effects. Like, have you ever, well, I don't know if you, like, listen to those, but
no.
One time I was listening to this book, I don't even remember what it was, but it was, like, a serious book, but it had, like, fiction, but it had, like, sound effects added to it, which I did not like, and that's the vibe it gave me for this.
I mean, it did have that one train section, but there's music in there. Like, it's mostly music. There's just the little spoken word bit at the beginning.
Okay. I just don't know. I didn't like it.
But yes, it's this long multi-part song. The band, Godspeed You Black Emperors, are rather famous in the post-rock space, which is kind of stuff like this. It's like rock songs that kind of, go long and don't have, like, traditional structures for, like, rock songs that are...
Yeah.
kind of pulling on more, like, orchestral vocabulary sometimes.
Yeah. Not my favorite. You like this one, though?
Oh, see, I really like this song.
No,
I really like that opening, spoken word bit, like the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When would you listen? Like, you know how, like, I'm always about, like, chill low key, like when I'm chilling by the pool. Like, when would you listen to this?
I don't know, randomly, when the mood strikes you.
You're just like, oh, this is a good song.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
Right, well, I really like some of the lines here, too,
Okay.
and the speaker has a regional accent.
Yeah.
For it's this very deep voice, and you'd expect it, like, it's, like, kind of trailer voice, almost, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could see that.
And it's about, like, the end of the world, which is probably why you didn't like it as very dark lyrics.
Yeah, it definitely was very dark lyrics.
But I like some
no.
of the lines here, like, particularly when it doubles up on some of the, like, it opens with the car's on fire and there's no driver at the wheel.
Yeah.
Which is, like, not only is the car on fire, no one's driving it.
Grim, man.
But yeah, I really like the lyrics, and I like that, like, once the music kicks in that first section, that repeated, like, figure.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. Great use of guitar and strings throughout this to me. I like the twangy guitar in the latter sections, like after the train part.
Okay.
Well, you don't like...
No, I didn't like it. I mean, I guess that's where you get the name, like, the blues. Like, that bluesy kind of twangy guitar.
Yeah,
yeah. It's, like, bluesy, but, I just thought, like, I didn't like the lyrics. It wasn't a happy song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't think, like, one of the things about this song is that the last section is, like, weirdly cheerful, given that the rest of the songs is, like,
it was too late by then. It was too late.
But it has, like, a glockenspiel in it. It's got this, like, weirdly, like, cheerful effect to it.
Okay, well, I'll give you that one little tiny part of the song is slightly like cheerful.
A fourth of the song, I think.
Okay, why do you have a 16.5-minute song? Like, just why? I don't like
because it's
songs
good.
Like that.
It's long. Yeah, long songs are good.
I was like, surely this song is not still playing. Like,
yeah, it is. It's good.
Yeah, that's gonna be a negative for me.
But yeah, I absolutely, you don't like the doom and gloom of it all, but I absolutely like that. I think the music goes perfectly with that in that opening section. Like, the intro's really good to me.
I mean, I'll give you, it's very dramatic.
It is, yeah. The car's on fire.
Yeah, car's on fire, no one's driving. Okay, well, that's... Yeah. Did you think that I would like it?
I mean, I don't know what you were going to feel about it. I knew you weren't going to like that it was long, like, regardless of anything else, but...
Yeah, no, not here for the long songs. But, yeah, it wasn't my favorite.
It's funny, because I even told you, like,
yeah.
I'm going to pick weird rock stuff, see how you like the Dead Flag Blues.
Wait, and I was like, I'm sure I'm gonna like it. I usually like songs. No. It's gonna be a no for me.
Well.
Yeah.
But,
okay,
next...
are you ready to move to mine?
Yes.
Okay. So my first one is Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, a fan favorite. Tell me your thoughts.
So, yeah, this used to be one of my favorite songs, but I've listened to it too much when I was younger, so, like, I think it's still well written, but I don't really feel it anymore.
Oh, I love the song. Like, every time I hear it, which is not very often now, I'm like, yes. But the funny thing is, I heard it, last night in an episode I was watching on, I was streaming, and somebody was doing like a cover of it, and it was really funny because in the show, one of the characters was like, "Oh, he wrote this song for me," and another character was like, "No, he didn't. This is a song from the '90s." Like, anyway, so it was kind of funny.
It's about a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's so funny that this song was referenced because I haven't heard it in so long, and I had it on my list. So, anyways, I think this is like a heartfelt, like, I feel like you could listen to this in the 90s, you could listen to this now, and it's still gonna be, a good song. So this came out in 1998, so I thought it was earlier 90s, but it's 1998, so yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has that 90s feel with that, like, kind of alt-rock sound, with the big, like, strings added to it. I feel like there's, like, quite a few, like, rock songs that went for the, like, big, like, strings.
Oh, yeah.
Which are a nice touch here.
Yeah, another dramatic song to me, but it's a really sweet, to me, song. It's got all the emotion, and, like, yeah, you're definitely right about, like, a rock ballad that, like, is kind of, there were a lot of songs like this in the day, but this one was like just such a scene back in the late 90s. I really love this song.
Yep. Well.
Yep.
Next. Never Meant by American Football from the 1999 album American Football. I have to phrase it like that because that's how it looks on the album art.
Oh, that's right. I did see a picture of the album, yes.
And this is an emo classic.
Oh, for sure.
This whole album has become like a cult classic in the emo genre.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you've heard this one before?
No, I haven't. I don't know. Like, it sounded familiar, but in a way that it had that, like, Pacific Northwest vibe to me,
Oh, this is, like, Midwestern.
Well, I was just gonna say, I don't know where it's from, but it definitely gave me that, like, Pacific Northwest vibe, which I like. I really like that. So I don't know if I've heard the song before or if it just, like, gave me that overall, vibe of that time and place kind of thing. And I even thought, like, I don't even know if this is from that region, but it's got that sound to me. So I thought this was a good song. I liked it. It's a little sad, but it's a good song. It's not like your last mixtape song that was like really, really sad. This one's sad in an emo way that I really like. And even though it's mildly depressing, it's still got that chill vibe, and I really like the music.
Yeah, and it's definitely, like, great lyrics for an emo song. It's about a breakup, and it's just like, can we just pretend that this relationship basically didn't happen?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a quintessential emo, topic and feel for the song.
Yeah.
I did not know they were from the Midwest, though.
Yeah, well, that's like, the genre often gets called Midwestern emo, like this particular.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's like a whole subgenre.
Okay.
Like
I didn't know
the
that.
Midwestern scene. I think there was also like a New York scene, and of course there's like the Seattle, like Pacific Northwest, like indie rock kind of emo stuff.
Yeah, that's what this like gave me the vibes of. So I'll have to get into the like, the details of what makes it Midwestern versus Pacific Northwest.
Don't know. I don't listen to enough emo. I just know that that's like Midwestern emo is like a thing.
That's funny.
But yeah, I really like the guitar in this song in particular. It's got a very great guitar riff. I particularly like the little like run of quick notes that like make up sort of the beginning of it.
Yeah, it's definitely got the guitar like definitely is noteworthy in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, good song.
It is a good song. Yeah. All right, are you ready for my next one?
Yes.
Don't Speak by No Doubt. No Doubt was on fire in the 90s. So this song was released in 1996. I love No Doubt. I loved Gwen Stefani. I saw them at a music festival one time, probably like 99, maybe 2000, and they were just so electric. Like their live performance was just so entertaining, and I absolutely loved it. So I think like this song is one of the ones on the album that like still hits to this day if I hear it.
Okay. See, I usually like No Doubt. Like, most No Doubt songs I've heard I like. I don't like this one.
No, oh no. I thought you would like No Doubt, but
I
guess
do.
I picked
Just
the
not
one
this
that you
song.
don't like.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like...
Is it too poppy? Or
No,
like,
it's just like
kinda
weirdly
like pop rock?
like melancholic in a way I don't like.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
It is. It's like a breakup theme song, so it's definitely
Which
got that
actually,
melancholy.
like, most of your songs are breakup songs for some reason.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, what kind of vibe was I in?
You're going through a lot of
Right.
breakups in the 90s.
No, actually, no. I was too young for a lot of breakups in the 90s. But yeah, I don't know. I guess there were just there's always been a lot of breakup songs, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I
yeah,
only picked
it is
one.
true.
I don't know what you... You have 4 on
maybe
here.
I was I was in that like tween age where
Yeah.
like I was like really into like the emotional, like dramatic aspect of music, you know.
And yet you don't have
Maybe
the
that's
emo
what it
songs
was.
on here.
I did it because I knew you were gonna pick some emo songs, so yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
So,
so you had to go
you
for
didn't
the
like it.
poppy stuff. I mean,
Yes.
you know, the
Yes.
guitar is still good. Gwen Stefani's always good. I've
Yes.
never really liked this song. I don't know what it is.
No, I love this song. Don't speak. Yes. I love their whole look, and I don't know. It was just like such a breath of fresh air back in the 90s to my young ears, I guess. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. So, next,
So next,
When You Sleep by My Bloody Valentine from the 1991 album Loveless. And this is like the shoegaze album and like probably like the shoegaze song. So very popular
okay,
genre bearer.
can we talk about shoegaze, because I was not familiar with this term. I mean, like I gathered its meaning, but whenever I was looking up this song, all I saw I saw like a few references to shoegaze, and I was like, oh, so this is like a thing. So I must have missed that phrase.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know about it because I, like, found out about this album in online discussions, because this is, like, a quintessential album in indie rock now.
Yes. Yeah.
And, like, a lot of online discussions are kind of, very obsessive with genre, where they have to be classified, like,
Yes.
in specific ways. But, shoegaze is just, like, heavy guitar distortion, kind of an ethereal feel, and, like, a lot of, like effects and distortion, and like the vocals are kind of spacey and often like
Yes.
vague lyrically,
Okay.
like this song.
Yeah, I was gonna say this song definitely has that ethereal kind of like dreamy, like well,
Yeah.
obviously when you sleep. But I really like the song. And like you said, it's like kind of hard to hear the lyrics, you know? I had to like really like turn it up and like look up the lyrics to see what they were saying. But it has like really nice instrumentation, and of course I like My Bloody Valentine. So I think like I thought it was a really good song.
Yeah, I really like this song. The main guitar figure with the like heavy effects on it is like just really solid. There's like this really neat, I guess it's kind of like a melody, honestly. And it's just really cool. I mean, the guitars throughout this whole album are great, and it really shines on this song.
Yeah, that is really good. It's been a while since I listened to any My Bloody Valentine, so I kind of liked getting back to it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yep. Next.
Next, Criminal by Fiona Apple. So this came out in 1997. I distinctly remember this song. It was what we called then like alternative. It wasn't like a hugely popular song at first. And then it kind of got like more mainstream. But I remember like the grungy kids would listen to this, and like that's kind of how I was introduced. And I'm talking about the kids who wore the super wide leg low rise Jinko jeans with their what were the shoes back then? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it was like skater kind of look, but it was like grungy kids. I love that whole, I was not a grungy kid, but it was like a whole genre where, you know, these kids like just wanted to be different. And so this song, Criminal by Fiona Apple, was like an anthem for that, for the girls at least, I think back then. So it's got like, you know, Fiona Apple has that like sultry kind of voice, and I don't know, I really like the song. What did you think about it?
Yeah, I've heard this before, but I don't remember where. But yeah, it's a good song. Definitely like the piano in it, and it's got this kind of like bluesy feel to it that's really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also got a long instrumental outro, which I'm always here for.
Yeah, which I didn't mind. You know, sometimes I don't like the long instrumental outro, but I like it here, and I think like you hit it. It's got like a bluesy feel to it. Like I just love her voice, and it's been a long time since I listened to any Fiona Apple too, but I think she's just like an icon for like this late 90s, just like I said, kind of grungy era.
She kind of had a comeback recently.
Yeah, I kind of remember seeing her, but I don't know that I've heard any new music, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was kind of in the back of my head, like, I know I've seen her, like, on stuff recently, like, more recently, but I don't remember anything that she came out with to make her appear on things.
See, I didn't listen to it, but she had an album that came out in 2020, and people were, like, really into it.
Oh, I gotta go listen to it. I didn't listen to it either.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's like, I remember online a lot of people were like, this is my pandemic album. People were really into it.
Well, I must have missed that. I just remember, like, seeing her on stuff, and I was like, oh, it's Fiona Apple! But, yeah, I just missed it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never, like, really listened to much Fiona Apple before either, but, you know, I'm like, I've heard this song, I'm vaguely familiar. Yeah, this is a good song. Solid chorus, all that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
All right, the next one.
Can I Kick It? By A Tribe Called Quest from the 1990 album People's Instinctive Travels in the Path of Rhythm. So, yeah, what'd you think?
I like this song. So I'm familiar with A Tribe Called Quest. This sounds like the beat was sampled from a song called Wild Side that was an older song.
Oh, you already knew that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that song.
Okay.
So, I was like, oh, this sounds like Wild Side.
Yeah.
Which has been sampled a lot through the years.
Well, basically every, like, bit of music in this is sampled. It's, like, built entirely out of samples. Which, very effective use of samples.
That's cool. Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's got, like, a nice, like, funky kind of beat and, you know, lyrics and stuff. I will say it's a bit repetitive with the lyrics, but it didn't bother me in this song. You know how sometimes that repetition in lyrics, I'm like, oh my gosh, stop. But it didn't bother me, and it's got that very 90s, like, hip-hop rap sound, which I love. It's, like, for nostalgia. Like, I just think, like, oh, listen, you could tell it's from the 90s, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got that, like, 90s flow to it.
Yes, exactly, which I always enjoy.
But yeah, their use of samples here is great. That bass line you were talking about, like that they sampled that's like really good. Particularly with like the drums they got and all the other little like instrumental flourishes from different songs.
Yeah,
and it's a really fun song. It's got like a good energy to it.
It's funny to me that the Wild Side sample is like so recognizable. Like as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh, that's that song. But yeah, I didn't realize some of the other pieces were samples too.
Well, I looked it up.
I gotcha. Yeah. No, I think it's good. It's got that like, you know, kind of, it's just like a funky song to me, like in a good way, you know? Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yes. You know, had to get some old school hip hop in there.
That's right. All right, you ready for my next one?
Yes.
Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. So this came out in 1996. What a year for music, okay, first of all. But Always Be My Baby, it's like a classic, I guess like R&B song,
pop
right?
R&B sort of sound, yeah.
Yeah, pop R&B. I remember having this album. Actually, I think it was probably like my friend's album, but we would listen to it like over and over and over and sing all of the songs. And if this song comes on now, it's about to be a Mariah Carey concert up in here. always love Mariah Carey. I think she's like super talented, but it's like it's a timeless love song.
Isn't this a breakup song? Like, I want you back?
Well, it's like you will always be a part of me. Like it's a sweet, like, yeah, it's definitely like a breakup song, but it's like a love, like there's so much love in it, you know? So it's just like a cute song.
Yeah, I looked up the lyrics and along with the rest of these songs, I was kind of like, oh, it's another breakup song, huh?
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just was on a whole like breakup album. This would be a really good breakup mixtape.
I guess. I don't know if, like, Can I Kick It fits with that, but...
Well, you need a little break from the melancholy, but...
I suppose.
Well, how do you feel about Always Be My Baby?
Yeah, this is a good song. I like the piano a lot. I'm sure I've heard this before somewhere, but I didn't recognize it, so...
Oh.
Mariah Carey minus All I Want for Christmas Is You is kind of before my time. I didn't, like, go back to listen to 90s pop the way I did with, like, 90s rock, so...
Yeah, that's very true. This was when she was like on top of the world. So, and I always think of like, to put it in like modern day terms, like Ariana Grande is a modern day Mariah Carey. Not that Mariah Carey is like not modern day, but you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that level of talent, you don't see that often.
I feel like Mariah Carey's bigger than Ariana Grande ever was, but...
Oh yeah, I think so. But like as far as talent goes, like their singing ability for these kinds of ballads, like I think that like they're comparable to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you gotta compare Mariah Carey's Mariah Carey. I think everybody knows who she is.
That's true.
You literally can't escape her at Christmas time. And she's one of the few artists to actually, like, have a breakout hit that isn't from, like, the 40s.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
So, you notice how most Christmas music is, like, really old or a cover of something really old?
Oh, yes. Okay, I got you.
Like, there's a few songs from other decades that get entered into the rotation, but, like, I think Mariah Carey's is, like, the only 90s artist that is, like, regularly, like, played at Christmas.
Probably. Yeah, I love it. I love that Mariah Carey is, like, synonymous with Christmas. Like, I think it's so funny when I see those, like, memes, like, when it starts getting cold, like, people will post, like, it's time to thaw out Mariah Carey or, like, something like that, you know? I think that's really funny. But, like, to me, she's so much more than Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the only reason why I, like, compare her to, like, Ariana Grande. So, like, if you weren't, like, around for this album in 1996, you know, to compare it to, like, when Ariana Grande, like, releases something, I guess not like now, but like a few years back, you know what I mean? But like, that's kind of the comparison to me. Like, she has like a huge following, but I think it's like for people who really like the like R&B, like ballads kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of funny though that her like biggest legacy now is the Christmas song.
Mm-hmm. Which I will still listen to. I'm not afraid to say.
Even though, yeah, like she was like absurdly popular at the time. Like, I know that much.
Yes. She was huge. But yeah, Always Be My Baby is a classic to me. Like,
yeah, good song.
That will always be like a favorite.
Yep. So, next.
Okay.
The Fool by Neutral Milk Hotel from the 1998 album In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. Another cult classic album. This was like, didn't get a lot of like popularity when it first came out, and then it really rose over the years and like eventually became to be considered like one of the defining indie albums.
Oh.
And it's this like weird like concept album with like a ton of instruments, and it's kind of this like indie rock and like experimental folk sort of deal. And I picked a short instrumental track from it.
Yeah, well, I like that it was a short song after that 16.5-minute song.
Yeah,
but the instruments, yes, lots of instrumentation. Really nice horns on this song. No lyrics.
No.
But I think, you know what it reminded me of? Like, I felt like it would be a really good like interlude for a live performance. So like, you know, in New Orleans we have a lot of like live brass band performances. And this kind of like, I felt like this would be such a good piece for them, like for brass bands to play like in person. That's what it made me think of, which I thought it was a really good song.
Yeah, it's kind of a interlude for the album too. So
yeah, definitely unique, like that folk rock kind of feel.
Really cool horns, really cool composition. But yeah, this was the song I was like, I want to pick 6 songs because I can't decide. So I could fit this one.
Yeah. Well,
which I maybe
nice
should have picked
one.
like a lyrical song from this album, but I was really feeling this one.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a good vibe.
The rest of this album's maybe not what I would call a good vibe, but
yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Well, this one was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
But yeah.
Right.
So next.
Okay, this is another classic. Another R&B, On Bended Knee by Boyz II Men. This, to me, it has so much like soul in it. This was, okay, I'm gonna paint you a picture. Imagine you're at the skating rink, okay, and you're skating around with your friends when you're like a young, before you're a teenager, okay, and you go up to the DJ and this is the song that you request so you can skate to it, okay?
What? Why?
Because that's just what we did. I'm sorry, that's what we did. This came out
Don't
in
you
1994.
Want a more upbeat song to skate to?
No, I don't know why we were like these little kids, like pretending like we had all these deep emotions, okay? So,
okay.
Boyz II Men. Okay, I will also say, before I get into this song, I saw Boyz II Men in concert. It was like a throwback concert, of like probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago now. I don't remember when it was, but they came to New Orleans, and my cousin like happened to have an extra ticket, so I went. This was the best performance that I have ever seen, period, okay? Like, I don't know, the way these guys harmonize together, I am just in awe. Like, in person was really, really cool. But getting into this song, so this was a hugely popular song. And it's, again, another kind of like breakup song. It's like, yeah, very, very like from the heart, like wanting to get back together kind of thing. So what did you think of it?
Yeah, I didn't really like this one.
Yeah,
it's a
I
bit
knew you
too,
wouldn't like it.
Slow for me. I usually like 90s R&B, but this one's like just a bit too...
It's slow.
Yeah, slow.
It's definitely slow, but to me, it was just, I picked it because I remember it so well, like listening to it in the 90s. Like, it was one of those like quintessential 90s songs to me.
Man.
Yeah. So.
At the skating rink.
At the skating rink, man, come on. But I just think their harmony together is just like so pretty, and like they put so much emotion into their music. So that's what I really liked about this song.
Yeah, they're very technically proficient. I couldn't get with this song.
Yeah. I figured not. But just wanted to showcase it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, next.
Yeah,
so Ruiner by Nine Inch Nails. That's my last one. From the 1994 album, The Downward Spiral, which, I mean, Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Probably the most popular song on my list. I'm not, 100% sure about this, but this album was, multi-platinum, so...
Oh, yeah. This was, another, hugely popular, super 90s feel.
Yeah.
It's definitely, like the quintessential song on the album, for sure. That whole album has this, it's got those, I don't know how you say it, but, heavy beats, kind of, the distorted kind of guitar sound, very industrial sounding kind of thing. And then, of course, Trent Reznor, the singer, was, hugely popular. So this was another, grunge era vibe that, all the, grungy kids listen to. I like Nine Inch Nails. This song isn't my favorite song.
Okay.
I felt like it's a good song, but, I was ready for it to be over.
Oh, oof.
Yeah, when you listen to something, you're like, okay, move on. That's that's how I felt. I'm not like a huge Nine Inch Nails fan though, like that style. Like I'll listen to it, but I'm not like gonna rock out to like something like this very often.
I don't know. I think this song is fantastic. I really like the loud, frantic energy of it, the synths, like that synth line, particularly with the percussion. It's just like really heavy driving percussion.
Yes.
Just this like really great song to me. And this also has like my favorite guitar solo in music, I think. And I normally don't like guitar solos, so like this is saying a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
And I love how at the end when the guitar solo ends and the percussion comes back in, that ending's like really, really great to me. And then the like synths kick back in for like a little bit of an outro. It's like really cool to me.
That's definitely a cool effect. Like I definitely agree with you on that one. Like I thought that was just like a cool like instrumentation type of thing to do. Like I thought it sounded really good.
But yeah, you know, Nine Inch Nails.
Yes, I like that you included Nine Inch Nails because it was so big like back then. So
Yeah.
which is it's really funny to me because like at the time it was like alternative. So it was like not a mainstream, like everybody wasn't listening to it, but at the same time it was hugely popular. So it's like it kind of had that feel of like, you know, only the alternative kids listen to it, but there's so many like alternative kids that like it is mainstream, you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's like a weird thing, but like yeah, back in the 90s it was kind of like, you know, people who wore the like band t-shirts, you always had a Nine Inch Nails band t-shirt on. Like it was a cool vibe.
And wasn't Nine Inch Nails really popular for their videos at the time?
Yeah, it's like I remember some of their videos. Like Trent Reznor was just a whole mood in and of himself, you know? Like but it's funny when like years and years pass and like you still remember those videos.
I mean, I've never seen them. I don't like music videos. I just like
that's the
thing I've heard about
I
them.
love music videos.
Is that they were one of the like,
yeah.
like popular video like bands.
Yeah, yeah. I loved watching music videos back in the day. They were, you know, that's all I had to do sometimes. Like you're home with nothing to do, you turn on MTV and you watch the music videos. But yeah.
All right. Well, next.
Okay, so my last song on here is Drive by Incubus. This was 1999 on the album titled Make Yourself. Love that album. This was another like alternative band, but again, that got like hugely popular in the early 2000s. So what did you think of this song?
Yeah, so I mean, I already know the song very well. They still play like Incubus on like alternative radio. So.
Yeah.
Or at least they did back when I was listening to it. It was one of the like 90s mainstays, I feel like.
Yes.
Late 90s mainstays, and yeah, I really love this song. I like the like kind of stripped back feel of it. Like it's like this acoustic guitar riff that's like really cool.
Yeah.
The percussion really like shines in this. That sort of like muted sound, and it's got a really, really great chorus.
It really does. I absolutely love the song too. I love Brandon Boyd's voice. Like I absolutely like Incubus and Hoobastank were like my favorite bands back then, and this song was just like such a good song. Like it just like is evocative of like, you know, these like emotions of, I don't know, just like really strong emotions, like and I just thought like this was one of the songs on the album that was as you said, you know, it's kind of a slower song. It kind of stands out from the album to me. But this was almost our graduation song. Like, you know how when you're a senior that you sing a class song. Well, our class like wanted to sing this song, but the counselor who was like in charge of like our senior song would not let us use it. And we had to sing another stupid song instead. But I remember this kid, this like, you know, kind of alternative kid was like, which is funny because like it came out in 99. I didn't graduate then. It was like, you know, a few years later. But this kid was like, I'm only going to graduation if we sing this song. Well, we ended up not singing the song and he did not come to graduation, which I thought was very funny. Because, like, Drive by Incubus was the only reason he was going to come to graduation.
Well, it's a good song, you know?
Really good song. I love the song. If I hear it playing today, I'm like, turn it up. Yeah.
Yep. But, yeah, I guess that's, everything. All of our songs.
That's everything. I thought this was like a super 90s album, which it was
Yes.
meant to be, but like it was stuff that like definitely brought me back to the 90s. Like, yeah, I just, lots of good choices.
Yeah, which you mentioned, this would actually make kind of like a good breakup mixtape,
Yeah.
except for Can I Kick It, which I feel
Yeah.
is kind of an outlier in that regard. It's way too cheery.
It's definitely way too cheery. But kind of funny because like I didn't even notice that like all my songs were like breakup songs until you pointed it out just now. So
Yeah, we both kind of went for like melancholic songs. Like they're not all
Yeah.
like super dreary, but like, you know.
yeah, that's true. Because another one I was gonna put on here was Torn by Natalie Imbruglia, and that would have been a melancholic one too. Interesting. All right. Well,
yeah, but-
overall, I think some really good choices.
Yes, kind of a weird mix between like really popular stuff and more indie, like hipster popular stuff. Some of mine which were like not like necessarily popular at the time either. They kind of like
Yeah,
grew in popularity.
yeah, absolutely. I definitely think so. And I like how we had like, you know, that R&B, we had the emo, we had the pop, we had the rock. Like I think we hit
some
a good
weird
bit of
post-rock
yeah.
that you don't like.
Oh my gosh, the 16.5-minute song. I'll never stop talking about how long that song is.
Next time we do one of these, I'm finding an even longer song.
Oh my gosh, no, I can't handle it. I don't know if it's like just attention deficit, what it is, but I'm like, I can't listen to this any longer.
You ever listen to classical music?
I mean, occasionally, but it's when I'm more like trying to go to sleep.
Those go way longer than 16 minutes.
Yeah, but it's like it's just different. It's pretty. This isn't pretty to me.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right. Yeah.
If you want to listen to a super grim song that's not pretty,
It's
listen
very
to
pretty.
the Dead Flag Blues.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Well, you know. All right. Well,
But yeah, you know, that's the 90s. Beachview mixtape about the 90s.
yes, that's the 90s mixtape. We love to see it. I love a good 90s vibe. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I guess I will take us out.
Yep.
This has been Beachview. Thank you for listening. Join us next time. Bye.
Bye.